is announcing that they are laying off around 5% of their workforce, which equates to 3,600 people. Mark Zuckerberg has basically said that they're getting rid of low performers in order to prepare for an intense year in 2025. In a recent podcast episode, he mentioned that AI is getting better and better. And we're going to hear this term a lot in 2025, and it's AI agents. An AI agent is basically a step up from an AI tool. It can essentially perform repetitive tasks ongoing. For example, customer service. It could answer customer calls, answer questions. In recruiting, it could do screening calls. In engineering, it could write programs. So basically, it can do what a low performer could do. So more and more CEOs are going to follow suit like this, I predict, in 2025. So if you are a low performer or you're somebody that's doing a lot of repetitive tasks, I would definitely get your resume ready. I would start making connections, and I would prepare to be potentially laid off. I still think 2025 will be better than 2024 and 2023 when it comes to hiring, but I still think a lot of these major companies are going to look to make more efficiencies and use out of AI agents.
Hey y'all, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lumi, and today we're going to be looking at more layoffs in the tech industry in 2025. So going back to this first video, I think AI handling customer service is a horrible idea. I don't think the technology is quite ready for that. I know companies are really pushing the whole AI thing, but how many times have you called like Amazon or you called some company and automatically they put you with a robot on the phone and it doesn't know anything that you're asking it, and you're asking it questions and it's misunderstanding you, or it's sending you to the wrong place? Like, that just goes to show that AI that they're employing at this current level, it cannot handle complex tasks. Maybe it can handle simple tasks like handling call triage, and just sending you to the right places so that the right people can take your call. But I don't think it's quite ready yet. I don't think it's quite ready for actually handling your questions and your complex tasks that require a lot of logic and reasoning quite yet. And I don't think these companies realize how infuriating this can be. It angers the customer. It can be really annoying. And if you're a customer who's already upset with something and you're calling customer service, talking to a robot is just going to make you even more upset. And it could potentially lead to a loss of revenue if you're frustrated enough. You might just be like, well, screw this. I'm going to take my business elsewhere. And honestly, I wouldn't blame you. Another thing is, he mentions how companies are starting to rely on AI to write their code, for their websites or their programs or games or what have you. And I think AI writing code is honestly a horrible idea as well, because I've heard countless times that the AI just doesn't get things right, like fundamental things, critical things, that like making sure the code is secure or is not full of exploits that maybe potential hackers could take advantage of later down the road. I feel like we're going to see a huge uptick in the next decade or two of major cybersecurity events because of all these shortcuts that these companies are taking, that they're employing AI to write their code. It's great to ask specific questions and maybe like the AI can help you answer those questions, but don't have it write the code for you and just say, well, that's it then. Or worse, I think this is the worst case scenario, is when some people have AI write their code for them and then they pass it off as their own code. I think it might get to a point where maybe after a few incidents, if these incidents do pick up in frequency and people's personal information is leaked more often, we might actually see legislation that is passed so that these incidents don't happen again, or at least to put some guardrails in place to minimize the damage. That's what I would hope. Also in the video, he mentioned that 2025 is probably going to be a better year for hiring. I personally don't think so. I haven't had any luck looking for a job now. I've been looking for almost a year, and I've only gotten a few interviews, and they really put me through like 4 or 5 rounds only to tell me I didn't get the job. Like, it's really frustrating. And I recently just gave it up to focus on myself and this YouTube channel because the constant rejection was really affecting my mental health. But that's not to say I'm I'm just going to fully stop looking for a job. Like, I personally think I have a lot to offer. I have some really strong technical skills that I think would benefit any company who is looking to employ people like me. I think I provide a lot of value, but until then, I'm just going to watch this dumpster fire of an economy from a distance, and I'll look for another job after I move because I'm hoping to move soon.
And now, our founder and CEO, Dan GPT.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hey, well, team, I'm not going to beat around the proverbial bush, right? This morning, we made the difficult decision to let go about half the members of our family, those with last names A through L, right? And while this was a difficult process, right, I've actually never felt more optimistic, right, about the future of this company. With unprecedented levels of top-line growth, coupled with our penchant for automation, right, we're actually able to do more as a lean, or did someone say slim, organization, right? So my challenge for all of us is for the real slim company, right, to please stand up.
Real Slim Shady, please stand up.
This guy really captures the aura of your average tech CEO in 2025. They usually have these funny learned mannerisms with like how they speak. Like, I don't know if you caught it, but always say the word right instead of ah or I think it's like a learned thing that they try to implement in how they give speeches and stuff. But yeah, it's also true how these companies will always say things are better than they actually are. This is a classic tactic used by management to keep people working and to keep productivity high. They do this because they don't want people to realize that they're on a sinking ship, so to speak, and look for another job elsewhere. It's also funny how he just throws buzzwords at you for half of it. Like, they always do this. It's almost like a social engineering tactic. For example, they say enough buzzwords so that people feel confident in what you're saying, or to make it seem like you're the right person in charge or for the job. I don't know. It's kind of funny when you can see right through the BS. That last bit had me rolling though. That was like a true Gen X or millennial CEO moment referencing Eminem.
I got laid off today. Woke up and went into the office for an 8 a.m. presentation. My coworker asked me if I knew what was going on. I didn't. I checked my email and yep, I had a 10 a.m. call on my calendar. I still gave my presentation,
Super awkward.
ran home, and made it just in time for the meeting.
Hey, sorry, coming from a team call. I was in the office earlier because I didn't see the email until I got in and had a presentation. Yeah, now I'm at home. I guess that's it. Yeah, wish you the best. It's been great working. Thanks. Bye.
Where they officially said,
Oh, it's the dreadful 10 a.m. call with HR. That's when you know you're about to get fired or laid off. Any meeting with HR is never a good thing. Like, usually you only get called to see HR for two things, and it's when you're getting hired or when you're getting fired, pretty much. I've seen this girl's TikToks before, and I think she has a job now, so I'm happy for her in that regard. It's never easy going through this kind of stuff. It can be a pretty emotional roller coaster ride for most of us. Like, for me personally though, when I was laid off at my last job, I was actually kind of relieved because I definitely think the stress of it was affecting both my mental and physical health. Like, I developed some serious health complications while I was working there, and I'm not saying it directly caused these health issues, but I do think that the added stress definitely did not help either. People can easily forget that stress plays a pretty major factor when it comes to our well-being. Like, I think there are certain chemicals or hormones that get released when you're under a lot of stress. Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? If you do, please let me know more about that in the comments, because it's a pretty interesting idea. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please give me a like down below. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you guys currently looking for a tech job right now, or are you sort of chilling like I am? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoy this sort of content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. But anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Later.